warm welcome to the third session of Business Economics and Business Commercial Knowledge. Welcome to the session. I hope everyone's good and doing great. Yeah, today we'll be talking about three main chapters. We'll be talking about the market forms which are there, the different market forms which are there, and of course, we'll be talking about the different, how we determine the prices in the different market forms. Hi Ranjana, hi Komal, welcome to the session, guys. I hope everyone's good and great. So let's start with the first chapter that is for today, which is your market and types of markets. Right. So as you can see, again, as usual, we have brought the mind map. Hi Rahul, hi Ranjana. Welcome everyone to the class. Hi Prakash, hi Raj, hi Saurav. Welcome everyone. So guys, today we'll be starting with the new chapter. Okay, a brief intro first thing, guys. Of course, we are here to help you out, guys, in C foundation preparation, right? So as you already know, your November attempt is there on the way, and so we are hoping that you're already prepared for the exams. And now we are specially giving you mind maps and some questions to just practice as to what how our what important questions to look out for. Okay, again, a very warm welcome to everyone, guys. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for attending the session. Let's start with the first chapter. So as you can see, the mind map there is for meaning and types of markets. So you can see the most important aspect of this particular chapter is the revenue concept. Okay, apart from the different market forms, revenue is a very important concept. So you should know about the TR, total revenue, AR, average revenue, and the MR, which is marginal revenue. You should be clear about the concepts, the formulas. You should know AR is equal to the price, right? I hope everybody knows that. Also, you should know how we draw the TR and AR curve in perfect competition. Your AR curve is straight linear upward sloping curve, and of course, AR or MR is a straight horizontal line parallel to x-axis. Apart from that, in imperfect competition, also you should know your TR curve goes like this. It increases at a diminishing rate, then reaches maximum, then falls downwards, and AR and MR curve are all the way downwards sloping. Okay. So guys, these are the revenue concepts. Apart from that, you should be knowing about the elements of the market and the behavioral principles. When a particular firm should stop the production whenever the price becomes lesser than the total variable cost. Okay, and you should know about the classification of markets on the basis of different bases like geographical areas, time period, nature of transactions, regulations. Okay, so now that you can see the mind map you have gone through, you have revised quickly, what are the concepts. Let's come to the question part as usual. Okay, so the very first question for today, everyone, please focus, guys. The first question: under which situation a firm should stop production according to the first behavioral principle of economics? Ranjana, please answer the questions, and after that we'll talk about other things. Okay, so guys, come on, answer. I'm waiting for the answers, guys. Very refreshing evening to everyone. So guys, what is the correct answer? Which situation, as per the first behavioral principle, a firm should stop the production? Komal, rethink the answer. Ritik, first answer the questions, guys. Come on. When would a firm stop the production? Understand the logic, guys. A firm would never stop the production when TR is equal to TVC, right? That is your normal profits. No, A is not the answer, Anjana. Guys, okay, I'm getting D as the answer. Guys, why would D be the answer? Your total revenue is higher than the marginal cost. Means you are earning more. Why would you stop the production? Obviously not. Then what is the answer? Nobody. Komal, very good. B or C. Everybody is like giving all the answers. Yeah, Man is saying C. Guys, the correct answer is TR is less than TVC. I just told you, right? The first behavioral principle says that a firm will stop the production whenever your total revenue, or basically or the price that you're earning, it goes below the variable cost, right? You are not able to cover your variable cost. Only then the production will stop. The firm will stop the production. That's why the correct answer is TR is less than TVC. Then the firm would stop the production. I hope everyone's clear on this question, guys. Okay, next question for the day. MR is dash, whereas AR is relatively dash under the imperfect competition. Now, this is again a very simple concept. We just saw the curves. Welcome, Karam. Again, welcome everyone who have joined the session just now. Guys, we're doing the market forms, and you've got to answer the question. Come on. What is the correct answer? A, B, C, or D? What is the shape of MR and AR, guys? MR is elastic, AR is inelastic, or what? Come on, everyone. Give me the correct answers. Remember, imperfect competition, I'm saying. So in imperfect competition, we draw the curve like this, right? Very good, Archit. This is your AR curve and this is your MR curve, right? AR curve is more elastic in nature and MR curve, as we can see, it's less elastic, right? So obviously the correct answer, as Archit said, it's B. Okay, B is the correct answer because MR curve is relatively less elastic, meaning it's more inelastic in nature. Whereas AR curve, it's more elastic in nature. Clear? Guys, the correct answer is B. Less elastic MR and AR is further more elastic in case of imperfect competition. Correct, Vipul. Welcome. Great, guys. Okay, next question. So, under dash type of market structure, the firms have no control over the price. Now, if you recall the different forms of market that you must have studied in 12th class also, guys. Being a CA foundation student, it's just an add-on that you already have, I already know that thing. So, in which type of market the firms have no control over the price? This should be an easy one. Come on, I'm getting D, C, D. Ashwin, rethink the question. Divya, rethink. I'm saying no control over the price. In monopolistic, there are n number of sellers, and everybody can, decide their own prices. Get it correct. Komal, Chirag, very good, guys. Vedangi, welcome. Yes, the correct answer is perfect competition. Absolutely correct, guys. Why perfect competition, guys? Because in this, there are so many sellers and so many buyers that nobody can affect the price. Nobody can influence the prices, right? That's why it's the perfect competition wherein the firm has no control over the prices. I hope the answer is clear to all. In oligopoly, there are few firms having control over the prices. Monopoly, single seller. That's why obviously, there are, they have the control of the prices. Monopolistic, there are large number of sellers, but the goods are heterogeneous. Okay, I mean, they're differentiated goods. That's why they can again decide their own prices. Ritik, oligopoly, where there are few sellers and a large number of buyers. Okay. Okay, next, guys, next question for the day. The marginal revenue will be negative whenever elasticity is greater than 1, elasticity is less than 1, elasticity is equal to 1, or elasticity somewhere lies between -1 and 1. Okay, now, if you remember the concept, being a CA foundation student, the formula is MR is equal to AR multiplied by E minus 1 upon E. So guys, based on the formula, can you answer the question? Chirag is saying B. Ritik, I've already answered that. 2. Right? Vibhul, absolutely correct. Archit, yes, the answer would be B. It's very clear, right? If this component is less than 1, then this whole component goes negative. If this goes negative, means my MR would come out to be negative. So we can say our marginal revenue will be negative in case elasticity is less than 1. Awesome, guys. Absolutely correct answers. Great. Next question, guys. Which of the following situations defines the normal profit or zero economic profit? Now, if you recall, zero economic profit prevails in perfect competitive market in the long run, right? Now, we have to identify in which of the following situations do we reach or do we attain the normal profit, or how do we define the normal profit, guys? So what do you think, guys, is the correct answer? A, B, C, or D? Price is equal to minimum of AC, price is lesser than minimum of AC, price is greater than minimum of AC, or price is greater than equal to minimum of AC. Yes? A, Tarun, Chirag, A, Vipul, A, Tushar, A. Absolutely correct, guys. Very good. Shivam, Saurabh, absolutely correct. Yes. Normal profit is defined when price is equal to the minimum of average cost. Awesome, guys. Absolutely correct answers. This indeed is the correct answer. That means a firm will reach the normal profit. I hope everyone knows what is normal profit, right? There is zero economic profits. Means the firm is neither earning abnormal profits, neither they are incurring abnormal losses. So that situation is a normal profits, and it is attained when the price is exactly equal to your minimum of average cost. Awesome, guys. Correct answer again, Shruti, Komal. Absolutely correct. Okay. Next question. The last question from this chapter particularly. Which of the following markets comes under the categorization on the basis of area, guys? So what do you think is the correct answer? Remember, now I'm talking about the classification of markets on the basis of area. So think from the area perspective, how can we define, how can we identify or categorize the markets? Again, if you saw the mind maps carefully, you would know the answer. Come on. Ritik is saying C, Shruti C, Saurabh C. Okay, Tushar, not B. Okay, Vedangi is saying C, Shruti C. Absolutely correct, guys. C is the correct answer, Shivam. Correct. International market. See, area, when you say it's your national, local, international, right? That is your categorization on the basis of area. So the answer is international market. So indeed, C is the correct answer. Short period market, it's basically a time period we're talking about. The basis is not the area, right? And spot and future markets are basically on the base on the you know, when the actual transaction takes place, whether it is futuristic or it is on the spot. So obviously that is not on the basis of area. So the correct answer is international market. Awesome, guys. Okay, let's move on to the next chapter for today, which is simply our equilibrium in the market that happens when your demand and supply is equal. Now, this is something which you have already done in 12th. Okay, so it would be a cakewalk for you to just revise all the components, all the formulas, all the points where the equilibrium strikes. So as we know, the equilibrium strikes when demand and supply intersect each other. This is the equilibrium point. Above that exists excess supply, right? Whenever supply is more than the demand, we say excess supply. In this, what happens? Competition among the sellers increases to attract the consumers, and that's why the price reduces, falling back to the same equilibrium level. On the other hand, for both equilibrium in the market, Shruti, okay? And on the other hand, excess demand, whenever your price is lesser than the equilibrium price, there would exist excess demand. And whenever such a situation arises, obviously competition among the buyers will increase, the prices will increase, and again, we'll go back to the equilibrium price. So remember, in any market, guys, the market equilibrium is attained when the demand from the consumers and supply from the producers, basically they intersect each other. That intersection point is called our equilibrium point, right? And as you can see, these are the different cases when there are any shifts in demand and supply, and how does they affect your equilibrium point. So I hope everyone recalls, right, that how such changes can change your equilibrium also, right? So I hope everybody knows it. Let's move to the first question from this particular chapter. Yes. Okay, starting with the first question. It's very simple. The following are the demand and supply functions of a commodity. This is your quantity demanded. This is your quantity supply. So what are the equilibrium price and equilibrium quantity of wheat, guys? Now this should be very simple, right? We know equilibrium strikes when QD is equal to QS. Quantity demanded is equal to quantity supplied. So what do you think? When will we reach the equilibrium? What will be the equilibrium price and equilibrium quantity? Ritik, first answer the questions, guys, please. Come on, everyone. So it's very simple. You just have to equate your left-hand side and right-hand side things where this should be equal to this. So what would be the price and what would be the equilibrium quantity? Come on, everyone. What is the correct answer? A, B, C, or D? Vipul has already calculated it. Awesome. Hi, Arvind. Tarun solved it. A. Shruti, A. Awesome. Guys, this is a very simple question. You know, if you're ready for the question, you should not require even a pen and a pencil. You can simply equate the two things, left hand side, right hand side, move the 600 on right hand side, move the P on the left hand side, and accordingly you can solve it. Awesome, guys. Absolutely correct. Everybody is saying A is indeed the correct answer. If you equate it, obviously your price would come out to be 40 rupees and your quantity will come out to be 720 rupees. Absolutely correct. Okay. Next question. When the supply of a good is perfectly elastic, okay, I'm saying perfectly elastic, an increase in demand for the good will cause the equilibrium price to dash and the equilibrium quantity to fall. Sangeeta, we simply equated QD is equal to QS, okay? If you equate it, you will see that ultimately you will get the price is 40 and the quantity as 720. So just have to put them equal, okay? If you do that, you will get the answer. Okay, in this particular question, what will be the answer? Shruti is saying B. Shruti, use the graphs, guys. Economics is all about graphics, right? So if you know the demand and supply curves, you will absolutely be giving the correct answer. D, Tarun. Very good. Vedangi, rethink. Guys, perfectly elastic supply curve we have and your demand curve is increasing. So what will happen? Yes, price will remain constant and quantity will increase. Absolutely correct, Dipali, Tarun. Yes, Shruti, D is indeed the correct answer, right? This is price, this is quantity. So if this is supply and your demand increases to D dash, let's suppose, So my quantity is increasing, but the price is remaining constant. That's why D is indeed the correct answer. Correct, Vipul. Awesome. Yes, Vedang, absolutely correct. D is the correct answer, guys. Awesome. Okay, next question quickly. What happens to the equilibrium quantity and equilibrium price of petroleum when the technology of extracting petroleum depreciates? Okay, so what do you think is the correct answer, guys? When half is gone, half is left. Come on, answer the questions, guys. Now think carefully. What we're talking about in the question, technology is depreciating. Technology is a factor which affects the supply of a good, right? That means if technology depreciates, my supply reduces with the demand being constant. So what do you think will be the right answer? C, Tushar, Archit, Shivam, rethink. C. Absolutely correct. Why, guys? Simply use the graphs again, okay? Anytime such a question occurs, use the graph. This is your demand, this is your supply is falling. Obviously, I can clearly see price moves upwards and quantity moves towards the left. Means quantity falls and equilibrium price rises. Absolutely correct. Awesome, guys. C is indeed the correct answer. Great. Well done. Okay, next question, everyone. Which of the following situations leads to an increase in equilibrium quantity? Okay, a decrease in supply without a change in demand, a decrease in demand without a change in supply, an increase in demand without a change in supply, or a decrease in demand and supply. Now, this should be very simple. It should not take even like 2 seconds to identify once you have read the options. Okay, what will lead to an increase in equilibrium quantity, right? So only one option will lead to increase in something. Tarun, see? Vedangi, rethink, dear. Only one is increasing. No, only in one option there is an increase. All the other options are ultimately decreasing. So obviously C is the correct answer. To Shah, correct. Right, Achit. Right, an increase in demand without a change in supply. So obviously, if my demand and supply demand increases, it would lead to an increase in the quantity demanded. Awesome. Yes, correct, everyone. C is the correct answer. Great. Okay, next question. A decrease in the income of in case of inferior goods leads to a fall in equilibrium price and equilibrium quantity. Is the statement given true or false? Now rethink, guys, the concept of inferior good that you must have studied again in 12th as well as in CA foundation also. Okay, so if you think about the inferior goods and its relationship with the income, okay, try to understand that. Try to recall that. A decrease in income, my income is decreasing. So what will happen to the demand for inferior good? It will increase, right? Now the question is, will it lead to a fall in equilibrium price and equilibrium quantity? The answer is B. Very good. Absolutely correct. Vipul, Arvind, Archad, yes. Miran, very good, guys. They are correct. False, right? Because if the income of inferior good reduces, the demand will increase. Now, if the demand increases, obviously your price and quantity both will increase, right? If your demand shifts to D dash and your supply remains constant, so of course, it's false, guys, because both equilibrium price and quantity will rise. Okay, that's why the statement is false. Awesome. Very good, guys. Awesome, Janvi. Yes, correct answer. Heyman. Okay, next question, guys. Last question from this particular chapter. Which of the following situation is incorrect when the supply decreases and the demand remains the constant? Now, again, this should be very simple. Okay, use the graphics in your heads that, okay, which of the following is incorrect when the supply reduces and the demand remains incorrect. Simply demand, your supply curve is shifting leftwards. So what do you think is the correct answer, guys? Excess demand at the existing price, competition among the buyers, a rise in the price level, a rise in equilibrium quantity. Which of the following does not happen when your supply reduces, guys? Shivam, rethink. Guys, look at all the 4 options. I am saying if your demand decreases, okay? Sorry, supply decreases. This is your supply, this is demand. Supply is reducing. Now understand, at the existing level, okay, this was the E, this is the new E1, okay? This is the new equilibrium. Now the existing one, there is excess demand, guys. So obviously this is correct. There is an excess demand at the existing point, right, Shruti, right, Komal, it's D, dear. Okay, existing excess demand is there. If excess demand is there, competition among the buyers would be there. So obviously price will move upwards. The rise in the price level is also the correct answer. But what is incorrect, guys? The D option, right? Arvind, D, Tarun, D. Yes, guys, the answer is D. D will not happen because see, it's very simple. If you even draw the graphs, you can outrightly see that if my supply decreases, quantity shifts back, right? Quantity reduces. It's not increasing. That's why the incorrect option is D only. Okay, it's very simple. Even if you use the diagrams directly, you will see quantity shifting back. Okay, so yes, it's the D, which is incorrect. Okay, next question, next chapter that we have today, guys. Yes, the price output determination under different market forms. So for this, you can recall the different market forms that you must have prepared for, while preparing for the CA Foundation session, CA Foundation paper. So of course, we have 4 types of market: perfect competition, monopoly competition, monopolistic competition, and oligopolistic competition. Again, as you can see, this is the whole mind map that we have brought. It consists of all the important features of the, all the 4 markets, and it also consists of the equilibrium points. When does the equilibrium strikes, or when does the, what are the causes of emergence of, let's say, monopoly situations, or what are the objective of price discrimination under monopoly. Okay, monopoly is a very important concept among the 4, and very important your price discrimination, as it is new, so you should be aware about this also. Okay, so once you've understood about the mind map and you have revised all the concepts, let's now come down to the questions, guys. Okay, first question from this chapter: which of the following features of a monopolistic firm differentiates it from the perfectly competitive firm? Now, everyone, this should be very simple. If you recall, monopolistic, it's that particular market wherein the firms are larger numbers, and in perfectly competitive large firms are larger numbers. But what is the only point which differentiates the two, guys? Quickly, this should be simple. See, Tarun, Tushar, very good. Dipali, very good. Awesome. Divya, Vipul, absolutely correct, guys. Indeed, C is the correct answer. Why, everyone? What happens in perfect competitive market? If anyone can answer, what happens in perfectly competitive market? Very good, Harshit, correct. Komal, correct. C is correct answer. But what happens in perfectly competitive market then? There exists perfect knowledge in perfectly competitive market, right? There exists perfect knowledge because everybody knows about everyone. The goods are homogeneous. Absolutely correct, people. Perfect knowledge, Dipali. Awesome, guys. Very impressed. Yes, absolutely correct. It's C, because in case of perfectly competitive market, there exists perfect knowledge among the buyers and the sellers. That's why this particular point differentiates the monopolistic from perfectly competitive market. Awesome, people. Next question, guys. Which of the following is not an example of price discrimination? Now read carefully the options, guys. Price discrimination means one seller is selling the same product to different consumers at different prices. Okay. Now I have to identify which is not an example of price discrimination. Janvi is saying A. What about others, guys? Onions commanding a high price in summers than in winters. Airlines charging air tickets for business class. Railways offering lower prices to senior citizens. Theaters charging low price for morning shows. So which of the following is not an example of price discrimination, guys? Janvi, Arvind, A. Komal is saying A. Tushari, think. Guys, Tarun, the answer is A. Yes, absolutely correct. Why A? Understand the logic, guys. Why A is the correct answer. See, onions, the price of onion is changing because of factors which are firstly, they're out of your hands, right? We're talking about winters and summers. So the price, your price will be determined by market forces, the demand and supply, which exists in these different, seasons. So it's basically not the sellers selling it. It's naturally, exactly, Harshit, right? It's a natural factor. The seller is not tampering with anything. That's why this example is not of price discrimination. Whereas in all the others, it is the theaters which is charging the prices, different prices. Similarly, the railways is charging the different prices and airlines are charging the different prices. That's why these are examples of your price discrimination. Okay, next question, guys. Which among the following is not the feature of an oligopoly market, guys? Which of the following feature is not an example of oligopoly market? Right, Arun. Yes. So, which of the following is not the feature, guys? Remember, not the feature. So, few large firms, sticky prices, downward sloping demand curve, heavy selling. Which of the following is not true? C. Absolutely correct. Tushar, Shivam, Tarun, Janvi, absolutely correct. C. Because the Oligopoly market has an indeterminate demand curve, right? It's indeterminate demand curve. Or we say a kind of king-shaped demand curve, right? Exactly, Tushar. Very good. Absolutely correct, guys. Awesome. Very good. Yes, it's an indeterminate or a king-shaped demand curve, we say. Exactly, Komal. That's why this is not the correct feature of oligopoly market. Okay, great. Awesome, guys. Next question. In which form of market the AR curve and the MR curve are more elastic than the AR and the MR curve of monopoly? Now, again, this should be simple. If you recall, in two market forms, the AR and MR are very similar. One is monopoly. The other is which particular market, guys? A, B, C, or D? Oligopoly, monopolistic, perfect competition, or all of the above? In which case the AR-MR curve are more elastic than the AR and MR curve of monopoly. Shivam, rethink. How can it be all of the above? In perfect competition, there exists only one straight line, no? Guys? No, why perfect? It's very good. Alia, Tushar, correct. B, Harshit. Guys, the answer is B, monopolistic. See, in oligopoly, we just saw there is a king-shaped demand curve. In monopolistic, what happens? The demand curves are similar to that of monopoly, but they are more elastic. They are more flatter in nature, right? They are more elastic. On the other hand, in perfect competition, there exists a straight line. That is your perfectly elastic line. That's why it's not the correct answer. What's the correct answer? B, monopolistic. Right, Komal, Harshit, absolutely correct. Awesome, guys. Okay, with this, let's move on to the second last question for the day. Which among the following objective encourages monopolists to practice price discrimination, guys? So which of the following option is correct? Which of the following objectives encourages the monopolist to practice price discrimination? Achieve diseconomies of scale, capture foreign markets, get more surplus, to lose equity. Okay, Janvi, awesome, dear. Very prepared you are for the SCA Foundation course. Yes, B is indeed the correct answer. What about others? Ajay is saying C. See, guys, if a monopolist, he is engaging price discrimination. That means he wants to sell off his inventory, right? Why would he like to get a higher surplus? He would be willing to sell out his stock. So obviously this is not the correct answer. Nobody wants to lose equity. Again, this is not the correct answer. To achieve diseconomies of scale, obviously this is not the answer, because everybody goes for economies. The benefits that comes with the expansion. So obviously this leaves us with the correct answer as B. Correct, guys. Dipali, Komal, Janvi, Harshit, yes. To capture foreign markets, to capture a larger market share, that's why the monopolist feels encouraged to, yes, engage in price discrimination, right? So Chitra, correct, Divya. Awesome, guys. Okay, with this, let's come to the last question for the day. A monopolist firm can incur losses only in the long run. The given statement is false, true, partially true, or can't say anything. Again, this should be very simple. What is the correct answer, guys? A monopolist firm can incur losses only in the long run. Yes or no, or half no? Yep. Is this true or false? Come on, guys. A monopolist can incur losses only in the long run. True, false, partially true. Guys, okay. Now use logic. Everybody's saying true. Okay, first thing, guys, use logic. Think again, if you are a monopolist, okay, you are selling a good and you are the only person in the market. Would you incur losses in the long run? Will you still produce if you are incurring losses in the long run? Long run is when you can change your when you can change all the variables of all the variable factors. Would you still produce, guys, in the long run if you're a monopolist? Obviously not, right? You will altogether stop down the production. So it cannot be true. The answer, this particular statement is false. A monopolist can incur losses, but only in short run. Yes, Harshad, what is the doubt? Yeah, Arvind, okay? The answer is A, guys. The statement is false because you as a monopolist will only incur losses only in the short run, right? If even in long run you're incurring losses, you will absolutely, stop the production altogether, right? That's why the statement is false, okay? A monopolist can incur losses, yes, that's true, but only in the short run, not in the long run, guys. Okay, so with this, we come down to the end of this particular session, guys. Thank you for attending the session. Harshit, please be quick if you have a question. Okay, and one more thing, guys. The next question is tomorrow only. Okay, board exams. Harshit, practice as much as you can. Okay, set a proper timetable and follow it. That's the best thing I can tell you. Practice and set a timetable. Try to answer. Answer your questions within that time limit. So that will improve your speed, writing speed also, and that will also help you to correct, revise the things. Which okay. Thank you, guys. Tushar, it's perfect competitive market. It's hypothetical, theoretical. Okay, guys. Thank you for watching the session. Meet you all tomorrow in the same session at 5:30. Okay. With that, guys, signing off. Bye, everyone. Take care. And thanks for attending.